Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to another video, and today is the first squad builder of FIFA 18, and as always I tend to start with a Premier League team. We jump in, we start off with Joe Hart in goal, of course at West Ham now, potentially could be signing for us on the permanent, but he's a very good goalkeeper and very cheap. He's currently, I bought him for 3,100, I think he's probably going to be going cheaper than that. Yeah, you can see you pick him up for about 1,500 coins. And for a keeper of his caliber, that is absolutely worth the money. 6'5", he's a huge figure in goal. 83 diving, 83 reflexes, 81 passing, 78 handling. Very good keeper. You can see I've got a glove on him, so his diving, handling and positioning goes up. And he is an insane goalkeeper. I've actually had him for 80 games, you can see. Solid keeper, very, very good, and would highly recommend using him, especially if you're going for a cheap, sweaty team. Then we move on into the right back. We've gone for Klein, who I picked up for 5,000 coins. You gotta remember, I picked these guys up relatively early in the game, so their prices are dropping, and I'm actually going to sell this team after this video. But to begin with, obviously they were a lot more expensive than what they are now. If we move into the centre backs, we have Matip, who I think we packed, and then our second centre back is actually Marcos Rojo, who we have as an untradeable item. I bought his card before, but you can see he's got this card. Played 24 games with that card, 63 with this card from Matip, who I was a first owner as well, as I said. Both very solid centre backs. Pace isn't the most important thing for a centre back. Having good defending and good physical, which these guys have. You can see Matip 84 defending, 78 physical. Rojo 80 defending, 83 physical. Of course, having above 65 pace does help, but it's not the most important thing when it comes to defending this year, because defending is a lot more difficult. You want players with high defending stats in your back four, or back three, or back five, whatever you're going for. And again, we go in with Leighton Baines out on the left. Again, the penalty taker, so he has bagged 11 goals, not as many assists as I would have liked, but his 90 penalties do come in handy, of course. Not the best pace in the world, but if you stick him on stay back while attacking, you know, it's good enough, and that's what I do with both the fullbacks. I have them staying back while attacking, which is a bit of a pain with Klein and Baines' high medium work rate, so they do get forward, but not all of the time. They do tend to stay back when you want them to. Moving on into the three midfielders, I think we go for, I think it's a Cam on this side, and it is Mesut Ozil. And then we have, I think this is a CDM, which is Bakayoko. And then we finish off with someone who is actually a centre mid, who is untradeable. Again, I bought this card and then picked him up in an untradeable pack. Adam Lallana, 8 goals, 8 assists in 30 games. Not amazing, but a brilliant player. And the way I have my three midfields in this formation, I have a high working player. I have a holding midfielder, which is Bakayoko, of course, playing in that defensive slot, and then we have an attacking midfielder in Ozil. This is how I prefer to use the front three: one that will stay back, one that will stay forward, and one that will join both the defence and the attack, and that's exactly how it works. With Ozil, I had his loan card. I think I had him for like 4 games, and he managed to get something like 3 goals and 6 assists in 4 games, so I went out and bought his card. He's still roughly around 40,000, so I'm not going to make a huge loss on his card, but the return of 9 goals and 17 assists isn't quite what I was looking for. His weak foot lets him down, his pace lets him down, his work rate lets him down. I wouldn't say he's worth the money. As for Bakayoko, 19,000 coins, solid defensive midfielder, probably the best in the Premier League, especially for only 19,000 coins, very, very cheap. If you can afford the likes of Conte, then yeah, you can go for him, but I think I'd prefer Bakayoko in terms of price. And again with Lallana, as I said, his weak foot 5-star is brilliant. You know, you can take shots and play passes on either foot, it really doesn't matter. And 4-star skill moves does help, even though I don't tend to really use skills. If he had a bit more pace, which is why I put pace and physical both with the Hulk card, as well as his shooting, just to try and improve him a little more, and it really does help. Moving now out onto the right wing is Pedro at 84 rated. I had his card, then I used his card and then SBC, and then I bought it back for only 4,000 coins, very cheap. Again, the 5-star weak foot really helps. He's got good pace, good shooting, good passing, good dribbling. If he was a bit stronger, that would really help him out. But 24 games, 11 goals, 8 assists, I can't really complain with that. It's a brilliant return. Then we go out onto the left wing, and this card has been quite disappointing, as I would say. It's Arnatovic's inform. I started off with his normal card, and I didn't see much improvement over his normal card and his inform. 8 goals, 8 assists in 27 games. I think I was having a better return with his normal card. I don't know if I still have it or if I sold it. We can have a look. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I would have sold it. Yeah, definitely sold it. I'm pretty sure it was untradeable. If it was, I probably would have put it for an SBC. But quite disappointed with his card. Maybe it's the pace that lets him down. He's got good physical skill stats, but his pace does let him down. Only 77 acceleration and 80 speed. You can see he's got 86 strength, so he doesn't get shrugged off the ball, but he doesn't have that speed just to get away from defenders, and it really does let him down. And then we finish off with the striker. We do go for Antonio. You can see we did have Vardy, who I ended up buying to try and replace Antonio, but I think Antonio is a better player. If we look at Vardy, 15 goals, 8 assists in 21 games. It's good, but Antonio's stats, 33 goals and 32 assists in 61 games. It's solid. The 4-star really helps, which lets Vardy down. I think he only has 3-star, which is what I didn't like about him. And he's not as strong. And if you compare their stats, Antonio's got a better overall stats in terms of passing, dribbling, physical, and then just a few less on pace and a few less on shooting. But his 4-star weak foot really helps him out. And he's able to get up for headers as well. Where's his heading accuracy stat? 88. There you can see. That really helps, and he's got good jumping as well, I believe. Where's his jumping? Yeah, 84 and 86 strength, of course. So he's good to be able to get up for headers, which is what kind of lets Vardy down. He's not as good. Look, only 64 heading accuracy. So you know you have to play it on the floor for Vardy, which is why I think Antonio is about overall striker. But nonetheless, that is the team. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I would highly recommend using it out. Maybe just change Ozil and maybe change Arnautovic for someone else. Someone with a bit more pace for Arnautovic, and just someone who's better than Ozil. He's just not that great on the game, you know. He's slow and he's not strong, which is really lets him down. But anyway, that is the squad. I am going to go on and sell it, and we'll have another squad builder out fairly soon. I hope you guys enjoyed the goals. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.
Crafting the through pass. Wonderful chance. Splendid goal here. Well, they've taken the long route here, and they've got themselves a goal well out of the keeper's reach. Pushed it away. Now Lallana. Where did the shot go? Oh, a good goal. Now they're a goal to the good. Good position for the cross. And now to it. Lallana. Well, he's had a go. What a goal.
Not often you see somebody find the back of the net from that distance. That is stunning.
Steered through. It must be. At the defender, but not the player trying to cross it. To level it up now. Never panicked. Placed it past the goalkeeper. Put in by Ozil with the corner. And it's in. Perfect header. Really very good header. Great technique. Worthy goal.
The referee's got the sympathy in this.
Brilliant pass, brilliant finisher. And now to it. They've taken the lead here. Couldn't go down the outside, he's gone inside. And a shot. Two in front now.
Well, keep the concentration, and they won this match, I think.
Vardy. Oh, fantastic goal.
When the manager looks at that goal, it's a real team effort the way they move the ball is made. It's a counter finish.
Tough time. The man in goal. It's dangerous. Put in from the wide area. And there it is, the goal. Well, this is the team that need to win to get promotion. I don't really need to remind you of that, but that's the scenario, and now they are leading. They're quite a dangerous position now. To take the lead. In with a chance. What a goal. Well, now we'll see what they're made of psychologically. They've got the lead, and the promotion is guaranteed if they hold on to that lead. And I'm sure the opposition have a right to the opposition there to make the interception. Here's a shot. Good way to score. Well, it's important for the players to keep their concentration, Alan, because they're beginning to think that the job is done. In a really good position to clinch this early promotion.
Yeah, there's a party atmosphere already within this ground.